What's up, y'all? It is your boy Kirk here, aka Vandal. We are in here in the studio and we're walking through my track Work, and we're talking about the arrangement today. Let's get it. What's up, y'all? It is your boy Kirk here, and on this channel I talk about music tips, tricks, tutorials. I got all that stuff to help you become a better producer in today's marketplace. Wow, I tried to say that in one breath. So anyway, so we've been talking about this track Work, and I did it with my boy Dani Penha. If you have not heard it by now, check it out in the description below. All right, it's a banger. If you're into bangers, check it out. If you're not, don't check it out. Do whatever you want, but I would say check it out because it's dope. So anyway, we have this track here. This track is pretty nuts, not gonna lie, pretty nuts. So let's jump into it. All right, so the arrangement, in the last couple of videos we talked about the first drop, we talked about the drums, we talked about like the loops, using loops and stuff like that, and we also talked about the second drop and why I chose to go that direction. So if you haven't heard that, check it out in the other video. But let's talk about this arrangement real quick. Now, you can see that it's color coded, and I love to color code. If you don't color code your tracks, I suggest it just because it helps organize your mind. And also it looks pretty when you do videos and stuff like this. So anyway, so we have this track, right? And it's a very simple arrangement. You know, we have the intro, which is about 8 bars. And it's really kind of like a simple pop arrangement without the bridge. There's no bridge in here. So we just have an intro, we have a verse, right? And Dani actually wanted me to extend the verse a little bit for another 8 bars. So I did that. So we have the verse, which is 16 bars, right? So we have intro, 8 bars, verse, 16 bars, and then we've got a build for 8 bars, which is technically like a pre-chorus. And then after that, we have I guess you could call it a post-chorus or a drop. People call it a drop in the EDM world. This will be a post-chorus, I guess, in the pop world or whatever. So, or this could just be another chorus if you want to call it that, the other hook. So this is about 16 bars as well. And then after that, right after that is 16 bars of the verse 2, and then back into a build, which is 8 bars. And then a drop again, but this would essentially be as drop 2 or post chorus 2 or hook 2, whatever you want to call it. But it's there's a C section in there, and when I say C section, we could think of the arrangement like this. This section here is A, right? Well, we won't even include this. We'll call this section is an A section, right? The verse, the A section of the song. This section would be a B section, right? Actually, no. Actually, how would this be? This would be like A section. Yeah, okay. So these sections right here, I would consider the A section because there's not that much difference in them besides the lyrics, right? There's no real musical difference besides taking things out. And then this would be a B section, because the B section has a new musical idea introduced into it. So this would be the B section. And then after that, we go back to A again, which is the same section as before, the same A. So it's A, B, A, and then this is where a new section would come in. This is where a C section would come in. And I'm not talking about the C section you're thinking about. This is a C section in music. So anyway, so C section, right? This is the C section in this track. The reason why it's a C section is because it is a complete different musical idea than the other sections. Now, the reason why it's completely different is because obviously if you checked out the last video, it's a completely different genre of drop. It's not the same genre of music as the rest of the song. So it would be considered a C section. And then I go back to kind of like, it's kind of an A or kind of a B section, and then to an outro. It's kind of a B section because the sound is a little bit different. The drums are the same. I guess it goes back to the B section. So if we were to map this out by sections and the way that you want to think about it, if we were to map this out by sections, and the way you should think about when you're arranging the standard kind of pop arrangement would be intro, chorus, short chorus, then a verse, right? Then a pre-chorus, and then a chorus, and then maybe a post-chorus or bridge or whatever, or second verse, and then it would go into a pre-chorus, then maybe a bridge, then a chorus, then it'll go back to a bridge, then a chorus again. That's confusing. Don't worry about that. But anyway, think about it like this. This is a super simple arrangement. I have one musical idea in the verse. It's a musical idea. Musically. Obviously, Kirk, right? Musically, it's a musical idea. So, if you want to listen to this and kind of look at the sections, this would be A section, right? Very simple. I would lump that build into there too, because it doesn't change so much. It's only introducing the next sound. So the next section now would be a B section, which would be the drop. Which is a completely different section than the A section. There's elements of it, but it's a completely new musical idea. New instrument gets introduced, lead and vibe and all that stuff changes a little bit. And then we go back to an A section. Based around the same thing, nothing too different. The only thing that's different is that there's a verse, a second verse, and then we go into a C section. Completely different genre, different kind of like melody even in there. And then the last section here, back to the B section and then out. So don't overcomplicate your arrangements. Just don't do it. You don't have to. What you want to do is come up with a good solid idea to work off of. Solid idea. Like this A section has a solid thing to anchor from, which is this musical idea. If I break it down to the most, all right, let's go back here. Like, okay, so don't overcomplicate your musical sections, right? So if I break this A section down to the most simple little thing, it's just this. A section is just that. If I break down the B section to the simplest form of it, it would be this. So, like, it's not overcomplicated. It's not overcomplicated. And if you want to learn how I did the drums and all that stuff, just go back to the other video. I actually talk a little bit about that. If you have any other questions, you can hit me up at my Instagram, at IamVandal, IamVNDL. I'm the real Vandal. There's all these other guys out there that are, I don't know, doing what. But anyway, so if you guys want to find out a little bit more information about how to do stuff like this, totally just hit me up on my Instagram. I try to drop a lot of stuff every day, or every week, or whenever I can, actually. But these videos I try to drop every week whenever I have a release and stuff like that. So if you guys enjoyed this, please consider subscribing and hit that bell button to get notifications when I do upload stuff, because I'm going to do a lot more of this kind of stuff, and I'm pumped that you guys are here. I hope that you guys go away feeling like you've learned something, like you've grown as a producer, and I can't wait to hear the stuff you guys make. Catch you guys later. Peace.